you know when a turbocharged growth stock is losing or has lost its momentum? Consider the case of Exact Sciences. That's EXAS. It's the company behind Cologuard. And that's the non-invasive way to screen for colon cancer by taking a stool sample rather than doing one of those full-blown colonoscopies. I've been a fan of this story for a long time, as colon cancer is the most preventable form of this horrible disease. Yet in many cases, it doesn't get caught or doesn't get caught early enough because a colonoscopy is really unpleasant. Now, thanks to the strength of this test, Exact Sciences gave us a monster 293% gain last year. Over the weekend, the company just pre-announced what I thought were some pretty stellar numbers for the fourth quarter. So you'd think the stock would be roaring today. Yet instead, it got poleaxed. It went down 13.25%. The reason? Well, I don't know. Even though the numbers were excellent, maybe investors have gotten so used to seeing absolutely stunning, unbelievable results here that there was just no way for these guys to keep up with expectations. I don't know myself. So let's find out if this is a viable pullback. Company's presenting at this week's big J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference. So let's find out by talking to Kevin Conroy. He's the chairman and CEO of Exact Sciences. Get a better sense of how his company's doing, where it's headed. Mr. Conroy, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, Jim, it's great to be on your show. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, Kevin. Now, from what I can tell from the numbers you released yesterday, the trajectory here of people using your product has even, I would say, accelerated. Would you think that's a fair description?
Well, yeah, if you take a look at this point last year at the J.P. Morgan conference, consensus estimates for Cologuard were 160 million for 2017. And the team delivered 266 million in revenue, and more importantly, 571,000 people screened with this new, innovative Cologuard test, a totally different way to screen for colon cancer. So we're proud of the year and really excited about the future.
Okay, so obviously we then have to dig down and say, well, hold it. Have people been spoiled by unbelievable performance? Or maybe there's some changes in coverage, Medicare, major managed care insurers that are negative? Did something happen in the last few weeks?
No, nothing at all except positive news. You know, we reported a record quarter of 176,000 people screened, which was slightly above the midpoint of the guidance that we gave. And you know, those are people getting screened, and all of the news throughout 2017 was positive. Our margins were growing, our top line was growing, and, you know, we're really firing on all cylinders. So heading into 2018, it's with a great deal of confidence.
Okay, so let's go over what is beyond 2018. What are your next tests that you could do within the same framework? And, you know, I saw you're opening a significant expansion of your laboratory and corporate facility in Madison. Maybe that's to handle the current traffic, but what do you got in that pipeline?
Yeah, well, first of all, that investment in the facilities is critical. So not only are we investing in the growth of Cologuard, but we're investing in the total supply chain and our ability to deliver what we think will be millions of tests. And by 2019, our capacity will be 4.5 million. And that's important, Jim, because there are 85 million Americans in the U.S. in the screening population. We will be approaching our millionth person screened with Cologuard in the near term. We've had over 900,000 people screened today. So it's important for us as a company to make sure that we are totally prepared for the growth that we expect to come. We're only about 2.5% penetrated at this point in time.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, I'm hopeful that you've got, maybe you can detect some gastrointestinal or digestive cancers. It's not as easy, I think, if you know them early enough to solve them. But you know what? People don't want to get tested. Yeah. I think that it is just, first of all, they don't even want the news. But second, they don't want to go to the doctor and do it. It's time-consuming, just like what you solved with the colonoscopy. We would love to know what else you can do with your kind of test.
Yeah. Well, so the Cologuard technology is really a breakthrough technology that powers this pretty incredible test. And now we're working on a test for lung cancer and a test for liver cancer. And we're in a unique position to do it because of this technology, but also because of our 9-year partnership with the Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic has been an amazing partner in this endeavor, and we want to address the top 10 cancers, not just colon cancer, which is the #2 cancer killer, but also these other cancers, because as you know, Jim, it's all about early detection. People who are diagnosed with early cancer have much better results. Just recently, we were able to meet one of our customers from Georgia, and she and her husband came to Madison. She was diagnosed with stage 1 colon cancer. She had surgery, and 2 weeks later, she was at work. No chemotherapy, no radiation therapy. She was healthy, and she felt healthy when she got the Cologuard test. Detecting cancer early is key, and that's why we're partnering with the Mayo Clinic.
All right, one last question. I see your ads. How do they work? Do the ads then transfer to doctors? Yeah. And like my doctor says, yes, absolutely, this is a great test?
Yeah, you know, with 85 million Americans, Cologuard is a consumer product, and so we're advertising on CNBC. I'm sure you do see the ads. And those ads are aimed at educating people about the test, and it's driving about 850 new ordering physicians every week. 9 out of 10 of those physicians our sales force hasn't called on yet. So we know that those television commercials are doing a great job of educating patients and also physicians, and we're going to keep going with that.
Well, terrific. Look, you know I want this thing to be taken by everybody. I really appreciate you coming on the show. And that is Kevin Conroy, Chairman and CEO of Exact Sciences, coming from JP Morgan Healthcare. Thank you so much to Kevin. Look, the stock is down a lot. I know there are a lot of people who are on the fence about it. If it comes in more, I don't know, what a great performer. And we've liked it the whole way. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.